scientific name for these subterranean termite is Termite formosanus. Common name, already been over this. The identifying characteristics, usually you can identify the soldiers and the outworkers and the alligates before you can identify the queen or the nymphs because they're located inside the nest. The soldier has a orange to brown colored head with a lighter colored body. The workers look similar to the soldier except it doesn't have the large mandibles, but it's paler in color than the soldier. The alligate is much larger than both and has a striped thorax and has 4 wings. These are usually the queen and king larvae before they officially become the queen and king. They take mating flights to establish new nests. They were discovered in the early 1900s globally, but they were introduced to the U.S. in the early 1960s. The Formosan subterranean termite inhabits the southeastern portion of the United States. I have a map here. It inhabits the southeastern portion of Texas, Louisiana, the southern portion of Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. Naturally, they occur in Taiwan. Alligates do swarm on dispersal flights, as I went over. Soldiers will attack the nest if threatened. Fun fact, they can secrete a white fluid that's acid if it touches your skin. The Formosan subterranean termite occurs in China, Taiwan, Japan, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Hawaii, and the United States, and causes about $300 million annually in damages to houses and trees. The only good thing I could really find about them was that they assist in the decomposition of plant material and increase nutrient levels in the soil, so they're good for plants. And the 3 main control methods are preventative practices, which soil treatment, baits. For preventative practices, we build structures with treated wood to prevent infestations. Soil treatment is to spray a toxic or unattractive spray around areas to prevent infestation. Permethrin is the most common used. And the baits are, I have a picture of one right here. You dig a small hole in an area where you've seen termites and you plant this in there. There is, in here, a toxic bait. The termites will come in, get the bait, and bring it back to their nest and hopefully kill the rest of their colony. My next organism, or insect, is the emerald ash borer. Scientific name is Amaryllis platypenis. I have a little chart here of a lot of insects that the emerald ash borer is often mistaken as, but the emerald ash borer is identified with a very metallic green color. It's only about ½ an inch long and occurs only around ash trees. It was discovered in the early 1900s, but it was introduced to the United States in 2002. It's native to Russia, Japan, China, and Korea. And it is found in all of the states except for Washington, Idaho, Nevada, California, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. The eggs are laid under the bark of ash trees, and whenever they hatch, I have a diagram of what the larva will do to the tree. And this can kill the tree in about 1 to 2 years. And the adults typically stay near their host trees and lay their eggs on their host trees right beneath the bark unless they have killed the tree. And this is a little image of their life cycle, from egg to this long larva, pupa, and emergence and an adult. And this is the emerald ash borer when it emerges from the tree as an adult. They are usually identified by this D-shaped ring here. When they emerge, they chew this through the bark of the tree. The emerald ash borer can be found in the United States and Canada, Russia, China, Korea, Japan, Mongolia, and Taiwan. It is invasive in the US, Canada, Mongolia, and some parts of Korea. They kill about 100 million ash trees annually, which heavily impacts the forestry industry and nurseries. Preventative methods for the ash borer are preventative measures, tree treatment, and baited traps. Preventative measures can be the non-interruption of infested wood, just leave it where it is to prevent them from moving to other trees. Or having an abundance of their natural predators, wasps and woodpeckers, other insectivores. For tree treatment, you can drill a hole into the tree and infect it with insecticide, but this is not usually the best option because you are then exposing the tree to infection. You can treat the soil around the tree with insecticide, which is also not the best option because of the runoff. And you can also just spray the bark with the insecticide to get it into the holes and underneath the bark. And baited traps. These here are a couple of the baited traps. Emerald ash borers are most attracted to purple and green colors. But for these glue traps here, they catch one of the emerald ash borers and they stick it onto the middle of the trap, because emerald ash borers are actually attracted to the scent of decay from their fellow members of their species, and they'll come onto the trap, and the more emerald ash borers your trap has, the more attractive it is to other emerald ash borers. These are my citations. Thank you for sitting here with me to learn about Formosan subterranean termites and emerald ash borers.